Hello YouTube, this is Lisa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm doing great. I am still at my grow table and I finally got my seeds in from my gardener. I actually got them a few days ago, but I want you all to see what I got, and I'm going to start some of them tonight. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I would like to welcome you. And if you are a return viewer, thank you for coming back. So these are seeds that I got from my gardener. And it's just a few, it's just 6 packs of seeds. And he sent this little package here. I guess this is for me to save my seeds when I harvest them, and save them in this little pack. I think that is a nice little idea. So he sent me that as something free. I like that. Yeah, this would be nice. And so first, what I have here is Thai basil, and I have a red Reuben basil, a purple sprouting broccoli, Utah tall celery, I think this is supposed to be like pink plum celery, and then this is the Mammoth Long Island dill. Now I don't know why I got that, because I have some dill seeds of my own that I saved last year, and just buy it. Just don't. I just buy. I don't know. They were not for $2. Okay, so I have a planter here, and I have a planter over there that I'm gonna start these seeds in. So I'm gonna move you down so that you can see how I'm gonna plant these. So I will be right back. Okay, so in this planter, I'm gonna plant celery, and I have the pink plum and the Utah tall. And so what I learned about celery is you don't have to cover them. You can just drop the seeds on there and just see what happens. Kind of mash them and just see what happens. They'll come up. They will. Now I have some celery over there growing, and I did cover them lightly, and they came up. Not real thick, but they did come up. So this time, these, I am not going to cover them. I might put a little vermiculite on them, but not that much. So this row here is the pink plum. So and this is the reason why you just drop them down on the soil, because they're so little. So you can just sprinkle it like it's black pepper or something. see many of you all planting the purple celery, and I just want to try it. It's a little late to be planting celery, but it'll be alright. This one is the Utah Tall. And these, you all, they smell. It's like they already smell like celery. So weird. Because the other ones that I have growing, I could smell them before they came up. Smell like celery. So I'm just going to kind of mash these. And I'm not going to make it that tight. But I'm just going to mash this. Make sure they are in here and making good contact with the soil. Same here. Just mashing them in. Make sure they are connecting with the soil. And that is it. It is vermiculite in this mix. I may drop a little. I think I'll drop it a little bit over this. I feel like this soil is going to stay moist pretty good. So that's it. Celery, pink plum, and Utah Tall. I'm going to get a dome for these, and I'm going to sit them on the grow shelf. And I'm not going to sit them on a heat mat because they don't need that. And I'll be right back. Okay, so got one of these Dollar Tree planters. Just filled it up with soil, seed starting soil, and I'm going to start basil in these. The Thai basil and the red Reuben basil. I'm going to put into these, and just like how I did the other ones, my sweet and Genovese, just going to make some little rows here. And like I said, these seeds are pretty small, so I don't have to make the rows that deep. Because if you plant a small seed too deep, just like those celery seeds, they are so tiny. They don't need to be under the soil trying to germinate and come up. It'll lose all its energy trying to germinate from too deep of soil. So Just kind of think about that when you're sowing seeds. If it's a tiny seed, it don't need to go that deep. If it's a seed like the celery seed, like I just showed you, just kind of you know, broadcast them just kind of over top of the soil. You don't need to put any soil on top of them. You don't have to do that. And so in this little row here, I will put Thai basil. And my sister, she's got some basil seeds that she just bought too. Okay. Oh Lord, these are so small. I'm gonna have to do these rows over. They don't need to be that deep. And I think what I did before was just plant my seeds and then I dropped soil on top of it. And just kind of mash that down, and then I'll take some of the soil and put on top of it. That's how I'll do that, because that's going to be so deep, because these are tiny as well. Okay, so these are not as small as the celery seeds, but they are pretty small. I think that'll be all that I'll plant, because I don't want a whole lot, because I already got sweet basil and I have Genovese basils already growing. There's a lot of them. Okay, and this is red Reuben. Okay, so a little bit of soil on each side. I'm just gonna put over top of that. I'll just make sure they have good contact with the soil. Just kind of mash it a little bit. Thai basil, red Reuben basil. This is the dome. I'm gonna put them in, and we'll set this onto the grow shelf. I'll be right back. Okay, you all, so I have those. I actually put that basil on a heat mat, because I think it grows better in the heat in summertime. It loves heat. and so I put it on the heat mat. It the other basil, the Genovese and the sweet basil that I have growing, I started out with it not on the heat mat, and then I thought, well, maybe I should see how it do on the heat mat. And the next thing I knew, they popped up out of the soil. So I put those on the heat mat with the ginger and the sweet potatoes. And so that's all that I'm going to plant right now. I just kind of wanted to show you all how I have how I plant celery. Celery is one of those plants that I have tried to grow in the past, and it was hard to grow. And I tried it one year and I didn't get anything, and I didn't really know what I was doing. And so that was, I think, the very first year that I tried to grow, in 2021, I tried to grow celery from seed, and didn't do well. And so I bought celery from the farmer's market or from the local co-op, and they grew well. And then in 22 did the same thing, and they grew well. But in 2023 I tried my hand at sowing celery seeds again. They popped up, did very well. And so I just kind of wanted to show you all how I start them. And I don't know why it's hard to do, because now that I know what to do, it's easy. But you just kind of just broadcast the seeds, just drop them and sprinkle them around, and just kind of mash them in to so that they have good contact with the soil. And put some vermiculite over top if you want, and if you don't, then you don't have to. But you know, just kind of mash them in so that they make good contact with the soil, and then they'll come up. Now, they might take a little while to germinate. Well, these, the Utah Tall, take 8 to 10 days to germinate, and the Pink Plum will take 14 to 21 days. So the other ones that I have, is it Deline, I think, is the variety that I already have growing, and what I got growing in my garden right now in the green stock. But those take 10 to 21 or 14 to 21 days to germinate as well, and it took about that long, and so they're growing now. But celery usually will take a little while to germinate and take a little while to grow. But I just want to show you all how, and maybe you can try it. It is celery is one of those things, kind of like onions. You use them in cooking all the time. I mean, it especially when you're making your dressing or your stuffing or whatever for Thanksgiving. I love a lot of onion and a lot of celery in mine. And so, and we just use celery a lot. And just, it's easy. And for something to be so easy, it almost like it defeated me before. You know, it's like, I am not going to try, I'll just buy the plants. But I am on a mission this year to not buy so many plants. None at all. Last year I bought my onions, but that was just about it. I think I bought a rosemary plant and I think a mint plant, but that was just about it that I bought starter plants for last year. This year I do not plan to buy anything as far as starter plants. And so these seeds, I'm just, I'm starting everything from seeds now. And the last couple of years I have been saving seeds, and this year I'll try my best to save as many seeds as I can so that I don't even have to buy any more seeds. But just remember, when you are sowing your seeds, depending on the size of the seed, I showed you the celery seeds. They are like, they could float away in the wind. So when they are that small, just kind of sprinkle them over the soil, then mash them in and wait. The basil seeds, they were tiny. They weren't as tiny as the celery, but they were tiny. They don't need a deep hole to plant them in. Just kind of sprinkle them over the soil. You can probably cover those a little bit. I did. And then mash them in. Be sure they get good contact with the moist soil. That's the main thing. And then cover them. The basil I put on the heat mat because I think basil needs a heat mat. But you all, that is all that I'm going to do. I thank you all for watching the video and hanging out with me, and if you lasted to the end, thank you. So you all, if you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have not already, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload content. So you all stay safe, stay well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.